Hi, my name's Cole and welcome to this first Shadows of Doubt playthrough. So the game's finally reached a playable state. It's taken a while to get here and it's still very rough around the edges and a bit bare bones, but I figured I'd record this video to show you what I've been working on. So the game is going to spawn us in the player's apartment. Here we are in our bedroom. So this is a randomly selected apartment that is assigned to the player. There's not much you can do here right now, but in the full game you're going to be able to arrange and buy new furniture and even spend money on your apartment. So you might buy a nice penthouse up there if you do really well in the game, in the late game. But for now there's not really much you can do in the player's apartment other than look around. So we're going to leave and we're going to try and find a job. All the buildings in the game are procedurally decorated, including this one, which has got a very bright orange colour scheme. It's about 9 in the morning right now, which is why a lot of people are going to their jobs. Very sinister. So we can actually talk to anyone in the game. So if you introduce yourself, they'll do the same and you now know their name. So this is Brody Oliver. So what I found in much earlier testing was that if you can get too much information through talking to people, it becomes the kind of thing you do so much that there's almost no point doing anything else. So to avoid that and instead focus on the stealthy breaking into apartments and just generally more interesting gameplay, there's a slight penalty to talking to anyone and revealing too much information about yourself. The idea being that you're a kind of stealthy ninja detective who blends into the background. So if you talk to people, you're kind of creating awareness about yourself, which you don't want. Talking to them gives you a stat called presence, which slowly decreases over time, but the more presence you have, the harder it is to stay stealthy. What we're looking for is a job, and you can find them on notice boards inside cafes and diners, like this one. So here we have a job item posting. Stolen item. A precious collectible baseball card was taken from me. I'm willing to pay a sum of 181 to anyone who's able to recover it. All I know is that the thief works at Presidio Management as a personal assistant. If you manage to find it, please return it to Jeffrey Dorsey at 201 Harding Smoke ASAP to claim your reward. So all items in the game feature this evidence window that includes a summary as well as a bullet point list of facts. If I accept the job, it'll pin it to my board here, my case board, which I can rearrange however I like, so I'm just going to spread those out like that. So here we have in the middle the job posting, and if I click on that it will bring up that window I just closed. It will feature Jeffrey Dorsey who posted the job. If I want to see the connection, if I simply mouse over the string, it will display what connects these two things. So Jeffrey's the poster, and we also know where Jeffrey lives. We're going to want to return the baseball card to there later. We also know the unknown citizen is the perpetrator, but we know they work at Presidio Management as a personal assistant. So if we go over here and we look at Presidio Management and bring up that window, we can locate it on our handy blueprints map. So it's over here. We're probably going to want to go there first to find out, see if we can find out who the personal assistant is. So if I plot a route here, it's going to do just that and give us a route. I can close that map. And I can toggle this interface at any time. It'll pause the game and bring out this, and I can view my map, I can view all this evidence while the game is paused at any point. But now that I've plotted that route, you'll see a directional arrow. You can turn this off if you like and navigate with the map if you prefer. But this arrow will fade out if we're going in the right direction and appear if we're going in the wrong direction, so it's quite an easy way of navigating. So this is the door for Presidio Management. In here I'm going to be able to find who the personal assistants are, and then we'll have a list of suspects. But I won't be allowed to just go in here as a private office, so I'm going to have to use my stealth abilities. What I'm looking for is an office back room, which should feature all the company records, which will give us a list of exactly who works here. But I can also find out other things. So I just found a name placard belonging to Nila Diallo, and it just so happens she's a personal assistant. So we have our first suspect. Can also hide under desks. Got someone else coming in. This office is very busy. So one of the weird things about the game at the moment is that far too many people work here. There's not enough desks for everyone, which is why we have so many people coming into this office right now. We can use shadow to hide. Okay, so I found the office back room. Whew, that was close. So what I'm looking for are these, the employee details. So this is basically a list of everyone who works at the company. From here I can find out who all the personal assistants are. Receptionist, general manager, HR, office manager, head of operations. Okay. Taraja. Apologies if I butcher any of these names, by the way. Zachary Dawson. Neela, we already know. Zoe Velasquez. And that's everyone. So we have our list of suspects now, which are these four. We now need to find out where they live, and to do that we need to consult a city directory. So another thing the AI is very anal about right now is leaving doors open. So if it spots a door that should be closed, it will immediately go over and close it, which is what this guy's doing here. Okay. I'm back outside on the street. So I'm looking for a city directory, and they're pretty easy to find. They're located by those telephone booths where I picked up a job. So let's go in Dragon Delights and use their city directory to get the addresses we need. So, starting with Neela. And Diallo here. Taraja. Zachary Dawson. Zoe. So, let's plot a route to 703 Walker Tower, which is the address we have for Neela. You might have noticed on the right side there's a footstep sound indicator. What that's telling you is how much sound you're making, obviously. Each sound icon represents how many rooms the sound will travel through. So if it's just one, it means only AI in the current room can hear you. If it's two, it'll be able to hear you through a closed door, and then three, etc, etc. So we've got a couple of options here. Hopefully Neela's at work, but there might be someone else she lives with who isn't at work. The lights look like they're off in there. So the door's locked. In Shadows of Doubt, if you try a door and it's locked, you can then have the option to lockpick it, and to do that you just look at the door handle and left mouse. So while we're lockpicking, it's an illegal activity, we can look around, but the counter will only advance when we're looking at the lock. So successful lockpick there. And close the door behind us. Okay, it looks like a studio apartment, and I don't think anyone's home, so I'm going to just turn the light switch on. I'm going to look around for this card. Got a business card here. We already know where she works though. Got a key. We can steal this if we like, and now we have a key to her apartment. Residence contract will tell us who lives here. So Neela lives with Harry Ocho. So there is another person living here who could come back at any point, so we have to be a bit wary about that. But it looks like this apartment's really small and no sign of the card here, so I'm going to say Neela, probably a no. I'm going to unpin her. Next up, 203 Dawan Smog. Going to locate that on my map, and we're going to get moving to there. Okay, it looks like people are heading home now, which isn't ideal for us because we're going to be rifling through people's apartments. This is the place where we need to go. Just race past all these people on the stairs. This is our place. Okay, it looks like there's a light on under here, which means we should be very careful about this. I'm going to try and pick the lock. I'm keeping an eye on the corridor. Taraja business card, but again we know where she works already. Probably not going to be in the bathroom. Another business card. Tyler Lawrence, so this must be a shopkeeper that Taraja works with. Or Taraja lives with, sorry. Oh! Oh dear. That must be Tyler. bit dark to see, but I'm actually hiding in a kitchen cupboard, like the totally legitimate detective that I am. Aha, this is what we're looking for. A trading card. Okay, so we have what we need now. We can get rid of these. Simply click on the top to unpin them. And we know it wasn't Zoe or Zachary. We have the trading card. Let's go and return it to Jeffrey. He lives in a small place here, burning smoke. Just gonna make a run for the exit. Right. So I'm looking for Jeffrey Dorsey. Doesn't look like anyone's home. Now, they're probably at work, and the normal thing to do would be to wait for them, but I'm not a normal detective. I spent all day looking for this damn card, so I'm gonna find Jeffrey. Oh, I think they saw me down there. As you've probably seen, the AI is probably the weakest link in this demo build. It's a bit janky, and all the characters are placeholder, which is why they don't have much in the way of animation right now. So we don't know much about Jeffrey Dorsey. We now have a key to his flat. Hopefully we should be able to find out where he works. A business card, great. Okay, he's a shopkeeper at Emily Walk Bar. So maybe he's at work. Let's try here. Sorry, Jeffrey. Looks like he's on a late shift. Yep, here's Jeffrey Dorsey, and we can turn in our trading card. Here's your reward. And that's it in a nutshell. So there's only this one kind of mission right now, and it's hardly Silence of the Lambs, but I hope you can see the potential here, and I'm really excited to continue expanding on these ideas, putting in new features, and just generally fixing and improving things. So thanks for listening, hope you enjoyed it. For more information you can visit shadows.game, or you can follow me on Twitter at ColeJeffries. I'll post the links in the video notes as well. Thanks.